In relation to Patient Safety Alert 2018-001, which was issued in January, this is a quick guide on how to ensure that the patient is actually receiving oxygen. What we'll do is go over the cylinder that we have in Haringey Borough, which is the CD size. You'll find this in the resuscitation bag, and I'll just go over the components of the cylinder with you. When it arrives on the ward, there's a grey cover there. You need to take it off. It's got a tag there that will expose the key. As you can see, it's got open and close with arrows there indicating which way that you need to turn it on or off. This is a gauge to tell you how much oxygen is left in the cylinder, and obviously from the resus bags it needs to be at least 3/4 full. This here is the oxygen provider. When it goes away after it's been used, they will fill it up, so we don't actually have to do anything with that. And here there's 2 outlets that we can give oxygen to the patient. We don't actually use this because we haven't got any connections for it, but this is what we use for oxygen deliverance. And here is the dial head to know how many litres a minute that you're actually giving the patient. So we would open that tag, turn it on. Dial on these is usually reading full anyway, but that just shows me I've got enough oxygen in this cylinder. I will then need to attach the oxygen mask to the cylinder. Turn it on to 15 litres a minute. As this is an emergency situation, with my gloves on I can either cover the hole up or just here, and this inflates the bag quite quickly, and then I'll be able to place this onto the patient to ensure that the patient's receiving as much oxygen as they can in the quickest possible time. As you can hear, the oxygen is coming out. We can also see by the dial that it's not going down, and obviously the patient's saturation levels should be going up, and so we know that the patient is receiving oxygen. Let's turn that off. If the patient wasn't receiving oxygen, this reservoir bag wouldn't be inflated, and you would also see this dial go down to red or 0. D-size cylinders, principally it's the same, however you will notice that there is no therapy head on this cylinder. This is a D-size one, which are in the boroughs of Barnet, Enfield and Specialist Services. We do have therapy heads. This is a ball nose, which usually goes on F-size cylinders, and this is a pin index system therapy head, which goes on the D-size and the E-size cylinders. So, to ensure first of all that the therapy head gets onto the cylinder, when you need to change your head over, you need to take the cellophane off here. Usually it comes with a bit of plastic there, and the reasons for those is to prevent dust or dirt getting into these holes here. So you can remove those and dispose of them. Hold on to the bottle. This has got a knob that you need to press down and turn the oxygen on. I'm going to do this as short and quick because you'll hear oxygen come out like that and turn it off. That ensures any dust particles that may be there have been expelled. I will then get my therapy head and attach it to the cylinder. As I say, this is a pin index system, and as you can see the pins that are there and the pins on the cylinder. They have to marry up, and then the head will be on the cylinder. Please ensure though that this washer, which is known as a bow dot washer, is in place, otherwise it won't make a seal. So marry the pins up with the holes, turn the knob until it is firmly onto the cylinder, and then just nip it tight so it's nice and secure. As you can see, the dial is reading 0 at the moment, or empty, so we need to turn the cylinder on. So I will press this down and then turn it on, and the needle goes up to whatever is in the cylinder. Now it is on, I can now attach the oxygen mask to here and give the patient oxygen by turning it with the dial head. And again, it's the same system as the CD size. You can hear the oxygen coming out. Just as an example, if I keep this off, so I'm going to turn it off and now turn it on, if you keep your eye on the needle, let's assume we're giving patient oxygen. I've turned it on. I know patient's getting oxygen because I heard it come out, but now you can hear that the oxygen is not coming out and the dial has gone to 0, because the reasons for that is it's expelled the oxygen what's in the head because the main switch is off. If I turn this on, then the patient will be receiving oxygen all the time. So please ensure that the main switch is on, and obviously the proper literage per minute that the patient needs to receive. The same goes for the ball nose. It's all the same, obviously it's just a different connector which goes into the top, and then that screws down and you secure the cylinder, the head onto the cylinder. You'll notice here that there is an O-ring, and that is the same as the Bodot washer. If that's not there, it won't make a seal. To take the head off, you must ensure that the main switch is off. We can then release, and you might hear a pss with the oxygen being dispelled from the head. So don't be alarmed by that. We can take that off, and then if necessary we will then put that in a safe place, get another D size and do the same thing, put the head on, and then repeat the steps that I've said earlier. And hopefully that will assist in ensuring that the patient is receiving oxygen. Thank you very much for watching.